Hey guys, how we doing today? This is Wally again with LearningNet.com, and if you guys are watching this video, it means that you want to learn how to create a WordPress website using Hostgator. So in this Hostgator WordPress hosting review, I'm going to be showing you guys step by step how to get started with Hostgator, and that way you guys will be able to start blogging or create like a website to start publishing content online, and also even sell products if that's your main goal with this. And so before we get started with this video tutorial, guys, if you're totally new to this channel for learningnet.com, I really appreciate you guys subscribing to this channel. And that way any future videos that I put up about web hosting, WordPress tutorials, SEO, and even marketing, you guys will be sure to receive them. So I've been with HostGator for quite some time, and I've been using particularly their baby plan itself, and I'll tell you why in just a few moments. Before you get started online with any website, everything starts with your web hosting itself. And as you guys can clearly see, HostGator has 3 different plans that you guys can select from. If you don't have a plan already from HostGator, there is an affiliate link right below. If you use it, you guys will get a discount on your web hosting today, and also may receive a referral credit for you guys utilizing those links. But I really appreciate it because it'll provide support for me on this channel for learningnet.com. That way I'll be able to continue to produce and create simple tutorials and help you guys to create WordPress websites step by step. Okay, so I really appreciate your support by using those links in the descriptions below. So I've been online for several years, and during this time I've been able to create different websites using WordPress. I've also used Joomla and some other CMS platforms, but I really love WordPress because it's simple, easy to use, doesn't require any knowledge or experience with coding or HTML. And I'm going to show you guys step by step how to install WordPress on your domain today, and that way you can be off to a really good start. All right. Okay, great. So the very first thing that you must do, and that's to select your web hosting itself. Now you notice off back, guys, that HostGator has 3 plans that you can select from: the hatchling, baby plan, and the business plan. If you just want to create one website or blog today, the hatchling plan will be ideal for you. If you're into like affiliate marketing, network marketing, or have like several projects online that you want to accomplish, and the baby or business plan will be more suitable for you. I personally have the baby plan because, again, it allows to create unlimited websites under one account itself. It used to be the case, guys, that with HostGator, they only had like free SSL certificates on the 3rd tier, which is the business plan. But now they offer them on all 3 of the plans itself. And so you will notice that obviously with the business tier itself, there are some extra added features that are up there that are totally optional, but they come with the business plan should you decide to go with them. But as for me, I mean, I have the baby plan. And again, if you're in affiliate marketing, network marketing, then I think that the baby plan will be ideal for you. So once you decide on which plan you want to use, for this example, we're just going to go with the baby plan itself. You click on it where it says buy now. And what I recommend, guys, off back with web hosting is that when you purchase more web hosting up front, especially if you're going to be in it for the long haul. Of course, I already have a HostGator account, so I'm not going to be like buying more web hosting today because I already have an account with them. But just for the purpose of knowledge, you should know that when you purchase more web hosting up front, guys, you save a lot of money on the back end. Of course, when your web hosting renews. The cool thing is that HostGator will give you a free domain name when you get started today on any yearly plans itself. And so just think good about the name that you want to reserve online to represent your brand or your business that you wanted to create the website for. So obviously you can select from .coms, you can select from .orgs, .nets. There are tons of different top level domain name extensions that you can use for your actual website itself. Okay. Now, if you already registered a domain name at another domain name registrar, such as like Namecheap or GoDaddy, then what you guys want to do is just click over here where it says I already own this domain. You're going to type in the domain itself. In my case, I'm going to be using createwpsites.com. That's a domain name that I've already purchased at Namecheap. So if you use Namecheap as well, then what you're going to do is simply just point the name servers to HostGator. And if you need assistance with that, or either with GoDaddy, if you're using GoDaddy for previously purchased domains, drop a comment right below, guys. I'd be more than happy to show you how to do that step by step. It's really simple. That's typically what I do when I create websites online. I buy the domain name and I have the web hosting separate. I never buy them like together. Okay. And so once you plug in your domain name itself, you can do a domain name that you've already purchased, or if you want to get one directly from HostGator, you can do that. And by just selecting, of course, register a new domain. Okay. All right, great. So the very next thing that you want to do is just drop all the way down. And we've already selected the baby plan, which is what we're going to go with. If you're in this for the long haul, guys, I recommend just buying 36 months of web hosting. You'll notice as you go down that you will have some other added optional features, some SEO items that are here. They're like some security, add-ons for SSL certificates. You can actually install an SSL certificate using a really good plugin called Really Simple SSL. It's a great WordPress plugin that's actually free in your WordPress directory when you go to plugins in your back office, and that way you can install an SSL certificate for free. So although HostGator does give them, they do have some other types of SSLs that they offer. But this one right here, if you were to select it, it'll be $3.33 per month. Don't recommend doing that. You don't need that. You can actually uncheck this as well where it says site lock. You don't need that. These are some other add-ons right there for like emails. If you want to set up email, you don't really need all of these add-ons that are there. There's a code guard. All of these are pretty much like upsells that really just adds money, to your actual bill itself. And so I like to keep things very simple. And once you plug in your info, your first and last name, the cool thing is that you can pay by credit card or through PayPal. So I like PayPal. I use PayPal for a lot of things, and it's just very easy and simple to use. So if you have a PayPal account, great. Doesn't really matter where you're located around the world. PayPal is accepted and used by several countries. And so if you have that, great. You can simply just plug in your PayPal and you'll be on your way to, paying for your actual hosting itself. So if you're going to go for 3 years, guys, with the baby plan itself, as you'll notice, you're getting a discount of $215.99 with this particular deal itself. HostGator does have a 45-day money-back guarantee, which is great. A lot of competitors of HostGator online only offer 30 days. So you're getting a little bit more time to decide if HostGator is really for you, and have really good customer support in the event you guys have questions. So once you finish with that, and I have the baby plan already, so I'm not going to be buying another, account today or purchasing more web hosting, but you're just going to click on this button right here, click checkout, and immediately you're going to receive some credentials to your email. HostGator is going to send you credentials to be able to log into what's called a cPanel. And your cPanel, I'm going to show you guys how to access it in just one moment. So once you get that information, guys, they're going to send you credentials for your cPanel. You're going to also have a password that they're going to give you. And from that point, you guys will be able to log into it. Now, to get to your cPanel itself, if you're still logged in right here at this point, HostGator will take you all automatically to it. But I just wanted to show you guys how to get to it. Basically, what you would type in your browser is portal.hostgator.com/login. It's going to bring you to this very page right here. So what I'm going to do right now, guys, I'm just going to pause this video really quick just to log in, plug in my email and my password, and then we'll both be on the inside. Great, guys. So we're now logged into what's called the cPanel. It should look just like this, guys, and you'll see some options on the sidebar itself, dashboard, which is what we're looking at right now. You have hosting. You can see what package you have. If you want to upgrade or scale up, you can do that there. Marketplace has some additional items that you can purchase and add, to your web hosting itself. We're not going to do that today. You can see your domain that you have with HostGator. if you purchased them directly through Hostgator. Of course, again, if you're purchasing it directly through Hostgator, you will get, free domain for your very first year. You'll see some options for SSL management, code guard backup. If you actually added that on at checkout, there's site lock, Office 365, all of which can be added after checkout should you guys decide that it's for you. But again, as I mentioned in checkout, guys, all of these options are 100% optional. Now, what we're concerned about right now is we want to obviously install WordPress on the domain name itself that we've just purchased. So in my case, I'm going to be using a domain name that I already own, but you're going to use a domain name that you purchased through Hostgator, or if you transferring or pointing it from a different provider, such as like Namecheap or GoDaddy. What you're going to do is you're going to be installing WordPress on that. I'm going to show you guys how to do that in just one moment. So click right here where it says Launch Cpanel. And what it's going to do, guys, is it's going to open up in another tab automatically. And this is your cPanel, your control panel, where you're going to be able to add on different things. Okay, great. So this is the cPanel itself. You guys will see some different links that you have access to, where you can install WordPress. You have access to different files. You can add on domains. So again, with the baby and business plan itself, you can do that. But with others, you won't be able to do it. And so what I recommend, guys, is if you have the baby plan or the business plan itself, then you'll be able to add on domains by simply just clicking on this particular tab right there, guys. All right, good. Great, guys. So in this example right here, what I want to do is to show you how to add on a domain name itself. Again, if you want to create multiple websites under the same account, you're going to click on where it says Add Domains itself. And when you do that, it's going to bring you to this very page right here, okay? Great. So what you want to do right now is you want to type in the domain name itself that you want to add. So we're going to do that right there. CreateWPSites.com. That's a site that I'm going to be using to create this website itself. You'll see it automatically populates with a subdomain and a document root. Automatically does that. And what you're going to do, you can click this button right here. You can add a password if you want an FTP account, add it to it. If you don't, you can just uncheck it and just simply click on Add Domain. Now, once you click on Add Domain itself, it's going to take a few moments to add it. And you can see it's pretty quick. It says Add on Domain, Create WP Sites has been created. Great. So from this point right here, guys, the very next thing that we want to do is install WordPress on that very domain name itself. So that's what we're going to do right now. And I'm going to show you guys how to do it. Okay. Now, the next point, as I mentioned, guys, we're going to be installing WordPress on this actual domain name itself. So once you're at the very main page again, you can scroll all the way down, guys, and you'll see different icons here. We're going to be installing WordPress on this very domain name itself. These are some other subsections of it. Add on domains. Again, if you want to add on an additional domain, you're going to simply just click on this link right here on the very next page, just as we did. You're going to type in the domain name itself. And from that point, you're going to click on the blue button that says Add Domain. That's all you have to do, and it's going to add that domain to your account itself. Now, to install WordPress on a domain name itself, you can click on where it says Quick Install. That's one way of doing it. And the very next page, guys, is going to give you the option of installing WordPress on it. So I'm going to let that load right now, guys, and that we will be on our way to installing WordPress on the actual domain name itself. So now, guys, you'll see this pops up right here. It says Site Builders and CMS Platforms. You have Website Builder, which is through Hostgator already. We're not going to use that. We're going to be using WordPress. So you click on that. Great. And now I want to select the domain name itself that I'm going to install WordPress on. Don't put anything here where it says directory. Leave it blank, because if you add something there, what's going to happen is when you install WordPress, it's going to say create wpsites.com / and whatever you actually put in there. You want to leave that alone, just leave it blank. Don't add anything there. Simply just click on next. And you'll notice, guys, on the very bottom, there's some different like upsells, additional, like optional items, if you will, that Hostgator offers to you. But you don't need any of those to install WordPress, because I'm going to show you how to do that right now. That's what we're doing right now. Okay, great. Now, so what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to type in a blog title. So I'm going to call it create. Let me see, create. If I can spell that. WP sites. Author, I'm going to use create WP sites. And then right now, what you're going to do is you guys are going to click right here where it says terms of service agreement, and where it says automatically create a new database for this installation. And once you do that, then you're going to hit the install button that's on the right. All right, guys. So once you plug in your admin email and you click these two tabs that are right there, just click on where it says install. And this is what you'll see, guys, when Hostgator starts to install WordPress on the domain name itself that you've selected. Great. So you'll notice right here, guys, that on this page, Hostgator has installed WordPress to it. It's really quick. It's fast. Just takes a few seconds to do it. It says installation complete. Great. You'll see the username, and this is the password. This is a auto-generated, password itself. What you can do once you get logged in, you can change that, and that way it's more personalized to something that fits you. Again, these are just some upsells for themes that you can purchase, but of course, when you log into your WordPress website, you guys will be able to select free, 100% free WordPress themes in your directory itself, and I'll show you how to do that in a moment. These very credentials, your username and your password, they'll be sent also to your email, the admin email that you supplied to Hostgator on the previous page. You can view installs on your actual account itself, but if you want to log in, which is what we want to do right now, we want to log in to our actual WordPress website. So just click on that where it says log in, and what it's going to do is it's going to prompt you to log into it right now. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. Create WP sites. And I actually copied and paste. I'm going to copy and paste the password in it that they gave me. And I could change that, later on. All right, great, guys. So you can see right now that we're logged into the website itself. Obviously, we don't have any content or anything like that. This is what the dashboard or the back end of your website actually looks like itself. You see alongside the left side, an updates tab itself. This is anytime there are any updates with like WordPress, any plugins, or any and everything like themes that you've like installed like on your website itself. And so you would just be simply prompted to update those items that are right there. Of course, you have your posts where you can look at all of your posts. Of course, we don't have any posts for this particular blog itself, but if you wanted to create posts, for the blog itself, you have your title. If you want to trash one of them, get rid of one of them that you no longer want, you can just click on trash and it'll get rid of it itself. If you want to like add on a new page, if you want to add a post itself, you can click on add new. And from that point, you guys will be able to add your title, your actual content and tags, for that. If you drop down for media, if you want to upload any pictures and images for your website, you can do it there. You can see actual comments that people leave, on your blog or your website itself. And these are some added on features or plugins rather, that Hostgator has already installed, for you. OptiMonster and some others that are here as well. When you notice appearance, if you click on themes, guys, this is where you'll be able to select a theme itself. Now, by default with WordPress, with this Hostgator WordPress installation, you'll notice that there are 3 different themes that are already installed here. If you want to see like what one of them looks like, just simply, click on live preview and I'll show you an example of what it looks like, right? And if you want to like change it up, maybe to something else that's more your liking, what I recommend doing, guys, is just going back. So now it's preloaded and that's what it looks like. It's pretty plain. But if you wanted to find a WordPress theme that's more geared to, what you're doing or what you're promoting online, you can go to add new theme. And it's going to take you to the WordPress directory, which looks like this, where you see featured, popular, latest, favorites, premium themes, which cost. But if you want like a free theme itself, there are literally, I don't know, well over 11,000 WordPress themes that you guys will have access to. So simply, if you wanted to install like any of these, you can look at preview just to see what it looks like, then install it on your website itself. And from that point, you guys will be on your way to, creating the actual website itself. If you're into like, nutrition or fitness, you can type in the word fitness. And what you see, guys, are WordPress themes that are centered around fitness, like people working in the gym, they're working out. You can see things, like that. If you're into, I don't know, construction, I'm just think about any overall theme that would help you to find the type of theme that really aligns with your business itself. So these are all loading, taking a quick minute. Internet's going a little bit slow today. But you guys get the picture, right? So if you're into fitness, you can type in fitness. If you're into construction, type in construction. If you're doing SEO, setting up a blog for that, you can type in the word SEO. And you'll see, again, different themes that are centered around SEO. So whatever the overall theme of your business is, only you know that, you can type in that word. And again, you'll see different themes that are centered around that particular thing. Okay. And so that is pretty much how that works with WordPress themes. And so basically what you want to do, guys, is you want to select the theme itself. Of course, by default, you'll see that Hostgator has on the installation itself of WordPress, there are 3 that are already there. But if you want to change it, of course, you can do that by simply just selecting, the actual theme itself. So up to this point, guys, you guys have seen how easy it is to not only get started, with Hostgator, but also to be able to get a domain name. You set up your account, install WordPress on that domain name. And of course, now we have the back office, from here. So that is pretty much it, guys. How is it that you install WordPress on your domain name itself? The very next thing that you want to go about doing is checking out like plugins. If you look at like your install plugins, you can select different plugins that'll add functionality to your website itself. I recommend that you don't have more than like 7 to 10 plugins itself. Typically on my blogs that I have online, I usually have about 7 or so with it. This one is pre-installed Google Analytics. It's really good to give you a glance of how many like website hits or traffic that you're getting to your pages itself. So this is one that I highly recommend that you keep on it. This Hello Dolly, you can get rid of that. This Mojo Marketplace, you can deactivate that and get rid of that. OptiMonster, you can keep that if you want it. I don't really have it installed on any of my domain names or my websites itself. So it's something that you can get rid of. This is a drag and drop contact form. You can keep that if you like, to be able to allow people to, again, contact you, on, your website itself. Of course, you can set up a simple, straightforward contact me page, on it by simply just going here and adding, new. But again, you'll see some pre-installed WordPress plugins itself that are really great. But some of them I just uninstall, once I actually get the website itself, installed itself. And so anyhow, what you want to do if you want to add on different plugins itself, once you are here, like in the back office side of it, you're basically just going to go to add new and just think about the overall function that you would like your website to do. If you want like a chat feature to be able to chat with people on your blog or your website, you can simply just type in that term itself and you'll see WordPress plugins, guys, that are centered around chat. If you want to promote like, like SEO, or if you want to help people to be able to share your content online, you can type in the word like social media. So any and every theme out there, guys, and I won't go through all of them because there are tons upon tons of plugins that you can have to really give your website, more functionality. If you guys want to know exactly which ones that I use for my websites, what you can do is drop a comment right below, guys, and I'll be more than happy to share that with you. Lastly, what I wanted to share with you guys is settings. If you go to your permalinks, you'll see different options here where you can control, obviously, like comments, on your website itself, like how long a blog post, stays open for comments. You can do that under the writing tab itself. Discussion tab itself. But the main thing that I wanted to show you before I let you go, guys, is under settings for your permalinks. And so permalinks are basically like different pages, on your website itself. For example, if you're on like Hostgator's, page itself, or like my website, learninit.com, and you go to like the contact me would be an example of a page itself, on my website itself. And so why am I mentioning this? Because you'll notice that when you log into your settings for permalinks, you have different options here. There's plain, day and name, which is not recommended. I recommend that you guys use post name. And what will happen, guys, is whenever you post a new article or like a blog post, on your website itself, it's just going to be a lot cleaner and it's going to be better, for SEO. So once you change that, which I highly recommend you do right now, click Save Changes at the very end, okay? So guys, I just wanted to take you through these prompts really quick. I know I kind of perused through a lot of this, but creating a WordPress website with Hostgator is really easy, as you guys can see today. Hopefully I've covered all the points that you guys wanted to see. If I went too fast or I missed something and you guys got stuck, drop your comments right below and I'll be more than happy to help you guys. I hope you guys much success in your endeavors of creating, websites with Hostgator. And I also hope you a lot of success online, not only this year for 2020, but beyond. You guys have an amazing day. And if you haven't done so already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And if you got value from this video, hit the like button as well. Thank you.